All right, hello again, everybody. This is the Fantasy Sports Boss with another 2024 Fantasy Football Player Analyzer. Wanted to talk about James Cook, the Buffalo Bills running back today, but before I get into the video, of course, hit that subscribe button and the notification button, so you're made aware when new videos are added. As far as James Cook is concerned, obviously coming into the 2023 season, as we do in all these videos, we like to go back to the beginning of the year and discuss some of the topics that we were talking about when it comes to certain players. And when it came to James Cook entering into his second year with the Bills, there was a question mark, and I echoed it myself, about whether he can really handle a full load as a running back. Because Cook, even when he was in college, never handled a full workload as a running back. So there were open questions as to whether he could do that in the NFL against much bigger defenders. Then there also was the question of Latavius Murray's presence, and that, if he's going to be the goal line back, how much leftover value will there be for James Cook? Now, the beginning of the season, of course, Sean McDermott really kind of quieted the workload concerns, all right? Because, right out of the gate, double-digit carries for James Cook pretty much on a weekly basis. So McDermott, in his mind, had no problems using Cook, as that bell cow back. At least 14 carries in 9 of 17 games, which is, obviously consistent workload throughout. And Cook was up to the task. Running the football, catching the football. He had an excellent season. Now, it was a little bit of a meander. He started out hot, had a little dip in the middle of the season, but then Joe Brady comes in as new offensive coordinator. They got rid of Ken Dorsey, and that really transitioned the Bills' offense from more of a passing, Josh Allen-centric offense to an offense that was balanced and actually even leaned run heavy at least towards the second half of the season, which benefited Cook. By the end of the year, anybody who invested in Cook, and he really wasn't an overly pricey investment for 2023, paid off big time. The third most yards in the NFL behind Christian McCaffrey and Breece Hall. The total, I'm just looking at my notes here, 1,567 total yards for James Cook. Again, just behind McCaffrey and Breece Hall. That is excellent company, no doubt about it. Now, getting back to the rushing numbers, 1,122 rushing yards, 4.7 yards per carry. So Cook was explosive. He has explosive home run speed. He can hit the hole quickly. Not an overly big back. He's not going to overpower a lot of people, but he's got that instant acceleration, quickness, big yardage, big chunks of yardage in a flash, basically. But the problem was that he only had 2 rushing touchdowns, all right? And so Latavius Murray and Josh Allen, because we all know Josh Allen likes to keep the ball around the goal line, they both conspire to put a big dent into the touchdown potential of James Cook. So in standard leagues, he wasn't as valuable. But in PPR leagues, man, he was great. He was a low-end running back one, 44 catches, 445 yards, 4 more touchdowns. So 6 total scores for Cook, but it was an overall terrific season. Now, looking ahead to 2024, things look really good for Cook, all right? I mean, they use Ty Johnson, they use Latavius Murray. I don't think either player is going to be back with them this season. They're probably going to draft somebody or maybe pick up somebody in free agency to work in tandem. Maybe an A.J. Dillon. That would probably, I could see the Bills doing that, having Dillon as like a power back to have that Latavius Murray role. But if they don't, and if they are prepared to give James Cook goal line carries, look out. He could skyrocket to top tier status. We already know he can run the ball. We already know he can catch the ball. The last piece is if Cook becomes a goal line back, then he is a slam dunk first round talent who this season you're going to get at the end of the second round. That's pretty much where Cook in early drafts, very, very early drafts, is going. So I am bullish on him. The Joe Brady offense is friendly to James Cook. He can catch the ball, explosive player, splendid average. He's going to pile up a lot of yards. I think he's going to go over, really approach 1,200 yards this season. And let me tell you something. I think that we're looking at some really, really big time numbers coming out of James Cook this season. Guys, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you think. Also, you can join the channel hitting the join button on the homepage. And also make sure you pick up my Fantasy Football 2024 Draft Guide. 2 versions. One going to be coming out probably in the next month or so. Use that buy now PayPal link to place your order. And then you will get the PDF version as soon as it comes out, both versions. All right, guys, again, hit that subscribe button. More videos on the way soon.